Robbie likes Caroline, but he's waiting for the right opportunity to ask her out. Spike suggests this dance, named after their impending extinction. Robbie's meandering towards a weak invite when Caroline tells him to zip it so she can flirt with Dolph. Caroline says she's horny for Dolph's bones, then tells Robbie she's glad she can trust him with that secret because he's a real friend. Robbie hears that friend shit and wishes the meteor would hurry up and kill him. Robbie asks his sister what girls look for. She says muscles and a hot name. He wonders if they ever want a more moderately sized, sensitive dude with brains. Realizing Robbie's talking about himself, she makes fun of his insecure, scrawny ass all around the house. Fran says not all girls want jocks. Some want a guy with common interests who will treat them with respect. Earl says she's only talking about ugly chicks. Robbie says his life stinks. His dad and sister agree his shit sucks. Earl tells his son to cheer up because, like Robbie, he used to be a wimp. But before settling into irreversible obesity, Earl was yoked. Badow. And Robbie can get yoked too. Right after this montage, Earl trains Robbie in a deluxe montage, complete with a calendar and bicep growth progress thermometer. And after 2 weeks of lifting and sweating and generally getting it, Robbie's right where he started. He probably would have packed on more thermometer progress just by jerking off a lot. Robbie's frustrated with his gains. Spike says don't be, because guys like Dolph cheat. They use thornoids. Robbie's never heard of thornoids because they're made up, and Spike explains thornoids are spiny little creatures dudes like Dolph take to get swole. Because you can't say steroids Friday nights on ABC. Spike tells Robbie they're dangerous and warns him not to try these very tempting things that would immediately solve his present predicament. Robbie sees Dolph crack open a box of these nightmare critters. Yikes. He breaks into Dolph's locker and scarfs one down. Robbie wakes up the next morning ripped, humongously jacked. I don't know where he found a shirt that fit. He casually lifts the fridge to get a spoon his baby brother dropped, then takes this gun show on the road. Robbie finds Caroline to display his beefy musculature and casually asks her to the dance. Only he's too late, because Dolph is in the middle of asking her. But instead of accepting he's been bested, Robbie tells Dolph to suck knuckles, and tells Caroline he'll see her at the dance. But first, more noids. Spike sees Tyrannosaurus Flex in the hall and wants to know if he's been popping thornoids. Robbie denies it, then shows Spike he's definitely doing thornoids by getting pissed out of nowhere and grabbing him with a hand that is covered in spikes. Two known side effects of thornoid use, I guess. Robbie's getting ready for the dance, and when his sister won't open the bathroom door, he kicks that shit down. Yeah! Then rips the sink out and throws it like a frisbee. But his pre-dance flexing is interrupted when he sees the side effects are getting worse. His entire upper body is covered in spikes he didn't notice until this moment because he's been too damn busy scaring people. Earl's struggling to move back the fridge and asks Robbie for help. Robbie calls his dad fat, then threatens to kick his fat ass, then takes his baby brother's rattle and breaks that crap just for the thrill of it. Fran finally inquires about the massive growths protruding from her son's torso, but Robbie doesn't have time to get into it because he has to drag a girl to the dance. Robbie is a juiced out wreck, pouring punch on some guy who talked to Caroline, and when he tries to kiss her, she tells him to back off before he stabs her to death with his man-titty daggers. Robbie doesn't get it because she wanted a guy with muscles, and now he has muscles. She says the only reason she never went out with Robbie was because he never asked, and while she used to have feelings for him, they've faded, like his sanity. Then when she tries to walk away, Robbie gets physical. Spike steps in before things get even worse and tells Caroline to beat it. Spike tells Robbie he's alienating everyone who cares about him, and these thornoids are bad news, as evidenced by the fact that his victims today include a baby and a woman. Robbie tries to kick his ass for talking all this truth and gets himself stuck to a locker. Spike says he's going to sit with him overnight until the thornoids wear off because he's a good friend. And as quickly as the muscles came, they're gone. And Robbie has a lot of thinking to do about the way he treated everyone during that unusually eventful 24 hours. So what did we learn today? If you want to ask someone to the dance, go for it. Who cares? Especially if you go to a school where nobody wears pants. And anyone who tells you there are no shortcuts to getting jacked has never seen a box of thornoids. But be careful with performance-enhancing drugs. They might turn you into a freakish monster overnight, who is violent and dangerous and generally sucks ass, and ruin your chance of getting a prehistoric handjob from your crush after the dance. Plus, you might have to deal with unusual physical side effects, like body spikes, because you can't say tiny shriveled testicles Friday nights on ABC. See you next time on a very special episode.